Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another car review episode. In today's video, I want us to get to look into a car. This is a vehicle which is really used when it comes to things like safari riding, and the car that we'll be looking into goes by the name is called the Mitsubishi Galant. This is a car which is known for a couple of very strong areas. One is being it's a very fast car. Also, it's a reliable car, as well as it's a car that you can get to really survive with for a very long time. So these are a car which is meant for most of the people who get to commence from work to home, or even if you have those errands in the city. This is a car that you might consider owning. So this car production goes way back. It was started way back in 1969, and of course it has gone all the way to 2012, and it's a car which has been in production for a very long time. And that's to show you that this is a car which are from the manufacturer to also the end users. They have really believed in this car, and that's why they have been in the industry, that is in terms of production, for this period of time. So stick around, because I'll be taking you through this conversation. I'll be taking you through this discussion to make sure that you get to understand, and of course you know the strong areas of this car, as well as things that you also need to be informed if you're looking to own one of these units. So if it's your first time coming across my videos, do consider hitting the subscribe button, which is just below here, as well as turn on the notification bell, so that each and every time I'm bringing you an episode like this one, you can always be notified. For now, just allow the intro to roll, and I'm going to see you on the other side. Welcome back. The Mitsubishi Galant, it's a car which was produced to be with the purpose of being a competitor to cars like the Toyota Camry. We're also talking about cars like the Honda Accord, and of course we'll be looking into similarities with this car. What the Galant, which areas the Galant has an upper hand, as well as we'll be looking mostly at the unique features that comes with the Galant. So we'll be starting with the engine specs. So let's just go ahead and get to look at the motor that gets to power this car. It's important that you get to understand, when we get to talk about the motor, these cars came with three variants. We have the 1.8 liter, that is engine. We also have the 2.0 liter engine, as well as we had the 2.4 liter, that's the 2.4 petrol engine. But the most common one is the 2.0 liter, and that's what we'll be looking into more in details. So speaking of the 2.0, remember, these are, we are talking an engine which is naturally aspirated, and the advantage that comes with an engine which is naturally aspirated is the fact that this engine tends to have a longer lifespan. So with the 2.0 liter, remember, it's an inline engine, meaning the four cylinders, they are all placed in one line. So that's also something worthwhile noting. So when it comes to the 2.0, it was a very powerful engine, which gets to give a displacement of, we're talking about the power displacement. This is an engine which gave one, or that is 136 horsepower, which is sufficient enough to push this car to its top speed in just a few seconds. Also, it's worthwhile noting that this engine is it's an engine which is very easy for you to do more aftermarket tuning, because first thing first, it has enough space for you to do all the customization, as well as in terms of how the engine itself was manufactured. It did allow that ability to do more modification, to even to have more power. Speaking of this engine, in most cases they do come married with either an automatic transmission system or either a manual transmission as a gearbox system. For the case of the automatic, we are talking about the 4-speed. Manual, we are talking about the 5-speed. But the most common one, they are those ones which gets to come with the automatic transmission system, because people, they get to feel more comfortable, and they are more conversant with the automatic as compared to the manual unit. So for the four cylinders, also comes with 16 valves, 4 valves for each cylinder. Remember, two valves, they're meant to push in fresh air, while the other two valves per cylinder, they are meant to push the exhaust gas out of the engine. So that's something which makes also the engine to run more smoothly without making some crazy noise. So that's something that most people they get to like about the Galant. And of course, with those combination, I mean things like the external as well as the interior specs that we'll be looking into later in this video, you will be seeing the reason why Galant has shown so much dominance in the car industry, especially here in Kenya, and why people they get really to choose this car, especially when it comes to things like the Safari Rally or those long distance range road trips. It's a car which has shown over the years, time and again, that's a car which can get to deliver. So for now, let's just go ahead and get to look into the interior specs of it. Welcome back. When we get to talk about the interior specs, guys, basically we are talking about what are the unique things that you'll be realizing with the Galant, which makes the car also exceptional. Looking at the dashboard, this car, remember, we're talking about cars which have been in production from way back to going back to 1969. So in most of these units, you won't be expecting most of those latest technology that you get to see in the latest car models at the market. So like for this one, you can see the dashboard is just a basic dashboard. Of course, it do comes with two airbags. One of them is around here, while the other one is on the other side. Looking at the center console, of course, you can see just a basic center console, which comes with a basic AM and FM radio, of course, which gets to get the job done. For the climate control, it's also a manual dual climate control, meaning you can get to raise the temperature or lower the temperature according to your preference. It do comes with this Camido small display over here in the middle of the dashboard, which gets to mostly to have it a clock, a digital clock over there. But for the case of the drivers, of course, dashboard, I mean this display over here comes with analog clockometers, which are meant to show either the speed at which the car is cruising or either the RPM or even fuel gauge or temperature gauge. So those four items you'll be seeing mostly with the Galant. So looking at the center console also, these are an automatic unit. You get to know by how this lever looks. You have more space over here to put up your items, cup holders, as well as for the seat. They do come with most of the units comes with cloth or fabric upholstery seat, which is just basic seats, but they are a bit comfortable for that matter. But you can get to do some aftermarket customization, get to have leather seats, side door panels. You get to cover them with leather, but those are things that you can get to do later according to your preference. Speaking of this car, it's a four-door car. Remember, most of them they are sedan-shaped car. The salon that is models. With these cars, guys, they have the capacity to carry five passengers, three passengers at the back, while two at the front. So those are some of the things what we're noting when it comes to the interior. It doesn't have those extreme luxury features that you get to see, especially with the car that are coming into the market at the moment. So right now, let's just go ahead and get to look at what you get to see from the outside. Well, looking at the Galant from the outside, guys, you can see first thing you'll be noticing is the iconic Mitsubishi logo, which comes with all the cars from the Mitsubishi company. This is a logo which carries a lot of weight because it really gets to show the identity of this car. This car, some units they do come with fog lights, but you can see the shape might look a bit different, but generally the aerodynamics they are all almost look alike. So this hatchback unit, we have a Sudan option. Remember, this is a car which can get to even 240, and for that case, this car in most cases do comes with a disc braking system for all the wheels, which are it's a system which is more efficient, especially for cars which are expected to go at very, very high speed. So looking at the front part, we have option to add fog lights if you need to. We have this middle grill here which gets to give the car some very nice look, also allowing air to flow into the radiator for cooling purposes. This that is headlights, they're very, very powerful to give the driver good visibility when cruising at night. And for the case of the wheel, in most cases they do come with either the 14 or the 15-inch wheel size, depending on the unit that you get, which gives the car also some good ground clearance to allow the car to maneuver places where the road is not tarmac. So this is a car which can get to serve literally almost everybody. So for the side mirrors in these units, they were not foldable as a unit. It's a feature that will be seen with most of the latest models. These we have one of the latest models, the 2012. You can see in terms of modification, the rear lights they are very different. Also for the front lights, you'll also be seeing they are very different, as well as the shape. Also the aerodynamic have really, really changed over the years. But it's a feature that you'll be seeing with most of the Galants. So basically, those are some of the things that you literally need to know about the Galants. Let me know if you have owned this car before. What's your experience if you do own one, as well as would you recommend anybody to purchase this car? That's it for today. And I'll be looking to seeing you in the next one.